Hey, it's Evan here to show you your featured meal of the week. We're going to be doing brown sugared peppered steak with red potatoes and broccoli. Easy, delicious, and let's show you guys the ingredients that come in this thing today. All right, let's talk about the ingredients that are going to go in your recipe here. We got 2 steaks. We're going to cook both of those up. You'll use part of the steak later on for breakfast in the week. I have 1 cup of fresh broccoli that I'm going to steam in the pan on the back right. In this pan right here, or this little bowl, you guys can use whatever makes sense. We're gonna mix our dry rub so we can put it on our steak. The dry rub is gonna have a half a teaspoon of garlic, which comes out to a clove when you use jarred garlic. You can of course use fresh if you'd like to, but this is simpler, quicker. I have half a cup of brown sugar, obviously a great staple to have in the pantry because it keeps for a long time. I have 2 tablespoons of pepper, 2 tablespoons of salt. So we're gonna combine all 4 of those together to make our rub for our meat. This 1 teaspoon of butter we're going to use to coat in our pan when we actually cook up our steak. And last but not least, I have 2 cups of chopped up red baby potatoes. We're going to actually cook these in the microwave, guys. We're going to coat them with olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then top them off with some Parmesan cheese. Make sure you got a beer while you're cooking, and you're all set.
Sounds good.
All right, so here's how you're going to prepare all the different parts of the meal. First, I got my potatoes here, diced up. I'm going to drizzle them with a little bit of olive oil. Put a little salt and pepper on them to taste, as much as you'd like, guys. And then I'm going to also coat it with some pepper. I'm going to stir this up, make sure everything's nice and coated, and then I'm going to throw that into my microwave for about 5 minutes, check it, then come back and microwave it again for 3 to 5 minutes. Want to make sure it's cooked all the way through so your potatoes are soft. Next up, I got my pans already heated over here. You might be able to hear the water boiling. We're going to do the broccoli in just a second, but I got my pan here on low-medium heat, and I'm going to throw my butter in there. I have a tablespoon of butter. Let that just coat the bottom of my pan, okay? While that's going, I need to make my rub. So I got my brown sugar, I got my salt and pepper, and then I also have my clove of garlic. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to get this rub all mixed up. You can do this in any kind of bowl. Obviously, guys, I just wanted you to be able to see this. You want it to be mixed up pretty thoroughly. Try to get rid of some of the chunks that are in there. You can see I got my steak lined up next to it. I'm going to make sure it's completely coated before I throw it in my pan. So I'll show you an example of that. Take a piece of steak right here, coat every single part of it so that all the wet part of the steak is covered. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay that right in the bottom of my pan and make sure my butter is everywhere here. And then you're just going to proceed to do that with every piece of steak until you're finished. So it's going to start cooking just like that. I'm going to line my whole pan. Also, I have about half an inch or so of water at the bottom of my pan here already boiling for my broccoli. Try not to lose a piece down there in the burner. Then I'm going to cover that. I'm going to let that go for 3 to 8 minutes. The longer it's in there, the softer it's going to be. Then you're all set. All right, you guys can see how it's bubbling in a very juicy way in my pan here. You see this caramel coloring? That's what makes I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. It smells so fantastic. It's starting to caramelize around the meat. Now I started my skillet on low-medium heat because I didn't want to burn my butter when I put it on there, but I'm going to play it by ear. You can turn up to medium or even a little more medium-high. Don't really want to cook many things on high, guys, but you're going to do about 3 to 4 or 5 minutes. You don't want to overcook steak, and then you're just going to start to flip everything in the pan. A little pair of tongs is great for your kitchen, and you're going to just allow it to keep cooking right in this caramelized dry rub that we had. It's so delicious. We'll show you guys what this is going to look like at the end. All right, we're finished with everything. I got my potatoes done, my broccoli done, and I got my beautiful steak done. So I'm going to show you guys what this is going to look like when you're finally going to serve this up. Now remember, we had 2 pieces of steak that we sliced up really nice, and I'm going to use most of it for my meal because I'm pretty hungry tonight, but I'm gonna leave a few extra pieces for my steak and egg and potato burrito tomorrow. It's gonna be delicious. Also, got your broccoli here. You're gonna wanna season the broccoli, a little salt and pepper. If you wanna throw some hot sauce or pepper flakes on it, obviously that's your choice, guys. But I'm gonna put a little bit of lemon on it. That's what a half a lemon's for. And then, lastly, I got my potatoes here, all done. You guys, when you're doing your potatoes, just double check them a couple times in the microwave. Depends on how soft you like them. But I'm gonna use the rest of my potatoes here for my steak and egg burrito tomorrow morning. Put a little Parmesan cheese on top. Maybe on top of my broccoli too, if you like that. This is what it comes out looking. This is definitely a crowd pleaser. Great for date night, double up on everything. Chow down, guys. Yo, studies show that chicks dig guys who cook. It also shows that they dig guys who click on things after YouTube videos. So go ahead and click on our promo video if you haven't already. Check out our Hook a Brother Up video so you can see how you can get discounts and hook your friends up too. Like us on Facebook to stay connected. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel so you have a ton more content there to check out. Go to singleguymealplan.com. You can sign up for plans there. We'll see you guys on the next video.